Hi guys, welcome to HLN. So today we'll be learning how to sketch graphs. So we have one question over here, sketch the graph of y equals to 4 minus x plus 1 squared. And the question says, indicate the y-intercepts and x-intercepts in your sketch. And for the second question, on the same graph, draw a line to solve the equation 2 minus x times x plus 3 equals to 0. Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes to do this question. So hint, the concept that you will need is, okay, so for question number one, you have to sketch the graph of this. You require a bit of factorization. Second thing you need to know, when you sketch a graph, you really need the y-intercepts, x-intercepts, turning points, and x's. Because teachers usually grade using these 4 metrics over here. And for this question, so let me erase this 1b. This is the hint for 1b. And for question 2, a hint is to make this, so you have to express this in this form. So we have to equals to 4 minus x plus 1 squared plus something. Okay, now since you have done the question, now we'll go through the answers. So for question 1, sketch the graph of y equals to 4 minus x plus 1 squared and indicate the y-intercepts and x-intercepts. Firstly, by looking at the coefficient of x squared, it's going to be an n-shaped graph. It's going to look like this. If it's a plus, then you'll be this. Okay, it'll be a U-shape. So how I know that is negative x squared? Because if I expand this, so 4 minus x plus 1 squared is going to be a negative of x squared plus 2x plus 1 plus 4. And if you just expand this will just be negative x squared minus 2x minus 1 plus 4. So plus 4 minus 1 is plus 3. Okay, so the coefficient of this whole expression is negative, but you don't really need to expand this. Just by looking at the negative sign over here, you are supposed to know that this is an n-shaped graph. So by understanding this, let's draw the axis first. Okay, by drawing the axis, right, let me draw it nicer. By drawing the axis, you already got 1 point. But basically, you have to put in x and y over here. Okay, so you got 1 point plus 1. Next, now let's talk about the turning point. So this is just nice for our vertex form. So 4 minus x plus 1 squared. The vertex form. This is the vertex form. Okay, so so this vertex form is very useful. It can tell us the turning points immediately. So what are the turning points? So the turning points are negative 1, 4. How did I get this? So to get the turning point, one has to sub this thing to be 0. Okay, so how do you get 0 from here? It's basically setting x to be minus 1. So minus 1 is the x coordinate of the turning point. By subbing in negative 1 over here, this whole term cancels to 0 and leaves us with 4. That's why it's negative 1, 4. Okay, so this is negative 1, say, then this is 4. So I'm just going to put it here. Okay, so the next thing to do Now we got our x's, we got turning point. Now let's talk about the y-intercept. Y-intercept is easy to find, just need to sub x equals to 0. So when x equals to 0, this whole thing is y is equals to 4 minus 1 squared is equals to 3. Or you can just look at this term, the y-intercept is 3. So this is the y-intercept. So we just mark this point first. Lastly, let's talk about the x-intercept. The x-intercept can be retrieved when y equals to 0. So by substituting 0 to this equation, we have 0 equals to 4 minus x plus 1 squared. And by moving this over, x plus 1 squared is equals to 4. Now we take the square root on both sides. So this is 2, this is x plus 1. Remember that you need a plus minus 2 over here, because a negative term when squared, you can give you 4 as well. So this is, so now we can bring the minus 1 over, so x equals to minus 1 plus minus 2. So this just says negative 1 plus 2, which is 1, or minus 1 minus 2, which is minus 3. So this is minus 3, this is 1. Then you draw the origin. Okay, now we are ready to connect these points together. Oh yay! This is the maximum point, and then we just need to connect all these points down. Now we just need to label this on the graph as well, negative 1, 4. And there you have it. We are done with question 1. Let's do question 2. On the same graph, draw a line to solve the equation 2 minus x times x plus 3 equals to 0. Okay? So 2 minus x times x plus 3. Okay, so how do we solve this question? Now, given that we have expanded this term, negative x squared minus 2x plus 3, and now we have to solve the equation 2 minus x times x plus 3. Actually, when we do this question, we can just expand this as well. This minus x squared minus 3x plus 2x plus 6. And this is negative x squared minus x plus 6. Now, what is the relationship between these two? Now we look at hint number 2. So this hint number 2 is very useful for us. We just need to express this in the form of this expression over here, which is 4 minus x plus 1 squared plus something. So this x minus x plus 6 is equals, minus x squared minus x plus 6 is equals to 4 minus x plus 1 squared plus something. So we have to fill in this something. Okay, let's just try to just copy this down here. This is negative x squared minus 2x plus 3. So we have to plus something. Well, what is this something? Let's check. So this is minus x squared. Okay, so I don't need to add another x squared. This is minus x equals to minus 2x plus something. So therefore, this must be an x over here. There must be an x, because minus 2x plus x is minus x. So now we have 3. 3 to 6. What is the change? It's 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. So now we have this expression over here. So how can this actually help us to solve this equation? So when you solve simultaneous equations, for example, what you do is like, oh, you have like 2x plus 1, for example, and you also have y equals to x plus 3 maybe. Then you try to equate both y's together to find the intercept. Similarly, for this question, you want to draw the line to solve the equation 2 minus x times x plus 3. So by setting this format over here, we can actually solve the equation as such. Okay, so for example, in this case, we have 2x plus 1 is equal to x plus 3. But now, let's say we have minus x squared minus 2x plus 3 plus x plus 3. And we're going to solve the equation minus x squared minus 2x plus 3 plus x plus 3 equals to 0. So what we can do is to bring this x plus 3 over to the other side, and we have minus x squared minus 2x plus 3 equals to minus x minus 3. And there we have it. We just need to plot y equals to minus x minus 3, which can be, so this is minus 3, and then this is of a gradient of minus 1. So I just need to connect minus 3 and minus 3 over here. And ta-da. Okay? So this is our final equation over here, our final graph over here. And in summary, we have used factorization. And when you're plotting a graph, remember to put in these 4 things, because usually a graph is worth a lot of marks. It's a waste if you just throw one free mark by not drawing the axis correctly, for example. So, and the last question of solving the equation by drawing a line, we modeled the equation using using the old equation that we have in part 1, and we just added some expression in the back, and we just need to plot that line. Okay, so yeah, so this is our final answer. Hopefully through this video you can understand how to draw a graph. So when you see a graph, don't leave it blank.
If you enjoyed our video, give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching this. And we have something prepared for you. A free cheat sheet that we have spent months working on it so that you can benefit. Just click on the link in description to claim your free cheat sheet. See you then.